Laser beak, eject. Ravage, eject.
Haha, I'm faster than you, Soundwave. Haha.
Hey, come back here.
Haha, nobody's faster than me. Haha. Ooh. Hello, welcome back, Transformer TCG fans. I just did a Gamers Need Christ kind of episode, but so I got a couple of cards that I have fixed. One or two I might need to end up also fixing, and maybe a new card or two as well that we need to. Oh, Kiki, come on! I know. Get off the table. Come on. Thank you. So sorry about the cameo, or maybe the star. I'm not sure which. So okay, I've been playing some mock games with two different decks. Fairly not too random, but there's, this is more of an Autobot deck here with the Matrix Quest, Crystal of Power, the Matrix of Leadership. I might have only one floating throne in here, which it can bite people in the butt with something else we have over here. Let's look at this. Red Rust is nothing new, where it acts like a armed hovercraft that you can put on a specialist. It's going to bring down the character it's equipped on. Their defense comes down, and if you put this on a specialist, you have to damage them by one, and then you cannot hit all the enemies by one, also like an armed hovercraft. But armed hovercraft is only triggered when you put it on ranged characters. This can go on anybody, but why would you want to bring someone's defense down by one? Ranged characters can get this on the flip, but you're wanting to put this on specialists to get that trigger. Otherwise, it's not that great of a card, but it's a different type of armed hovercraft for specialists. It's not specialist only. It's just when you put it on a specialist, you get an armed hovercraft effect. You're going to have to damage them by one also. So there's that. I had a correction, and that is at the CR chamber. This is not the new one. I thought I had a new one. There's armed hovercraft. My Decepticons were using this deck, drone jets, concealed. There's my ultimate power. I might change that up a little bit, and it really should not be a faction card. I thought I had an updated CR chamber in here, which I have a video that was talking about it, but let's just do it in this video. And this one is both of these are like the old one, where the equipped character has stealth when untapped. While this is on a character, at the start of turn, repair one to the upgraded character. So it's a little different now. I don't have the new one. I thought I did, and I thought I had it printed out. Where I could have sworn the floating throne. Yeah, so you can get in strafing runs, you can get in armed hovercrafts, and now also Red Rust, and really get a lot of non-attack damage to your opponent. While something like insulated compound, or is it heavy cover, to help prevent non-attack damage on your own characters. There's stable cover, but that gives you Pierce 1 and. Defense of 1 and and takes out the pierce from your attacker. I am not seeing it, guys. I apologize. I don't want to waste your time. So anyway, the corrected version of this is, so you're still only going to get stealth when untapped. Okay, maybe I have it at my desk. And the CR chamber is still a good card. It's still. Even I was playing these as if it had been updated. The equipped character has stealth when untapped, so that's still the same. While this is on an untapped character, at the start of your turn, repair one to the upgraded character. So that's how I was playing these. So they have to be untapped, and it has to be at the start of your turn, and then you get to repair one. Being a utility, you can't have a tool belt on them unless it's like that Optimus, Wave 3, Wave 4 Optimus. Or maybe you're going real casual and you're using some of Buddy's cards, and it's got Wheeljack on it. Extra. Oh, I'll put it up there. I can't remember the name of the card, to where it allows you to open up another utility slot, which I understand why Wizards didn't do that, because of how dangerous that really is. And if you're trying to play with some of my Power Masters, which are okay, I've played around with them some, they seem okay. And the key to getting the Power Masters to work is making sure you have a deck that is designed to get the power more out of your Power Masters. Okay, so that was CR Chamber, and we kind of looked at Red Rust. Potassium Nitrate and I'm going to just leave this worded Secret Action Hybrid. I was thinking Hybrid Secret Action sounds better, but if you're playing with somebody like, I think it's Sky Warp, where if you flip him to alt mode, then you can get a secret action from your scrap. Yes, this is not just an action, but it's also a secret action. So yes, you can get this into your hand if you flip that character to his alt mode to get one of these out of your scraps. So yes, you can also get a secret action hybrid. Now, if you played one as a secret action and he's in bot mode, then yeah, it's still a secret action. You're going to be able to play an extra action or whatever that trigger is, resolution is. So in Potassium Nitrate, it really is coming pretty cool. I really like this. It seems to work. It doesn't seem that powerful. As you play it as an action, it's just a simple bold 2, like a flamethrower. When revealed, flip the attacking character to another mode. It has bold 2 and pierce 2 for battle. So I was playing with a 10-star Optimus Prime. I had him in alt mode. So I flipped him to alt mode for turn, repaired my characters by 1. Had this as a secret action. He attacks in alt mode. This gets flipped. He gets flipped as a result to bot mode, giving him bold 2 and bold 2 off of this. You're welcome. So it's a lot of bold. So should this only be bold 1 in Pierce 2? I don't know, but even then I remember that play, and I ended up flipping a lot of black and blanks or something. I didn't get a whole lot of orange, and I'm like, oh man, that could have been an awesome hit, and it wasn't as big as I was expecting it to be. Another one that got kind of fixed is Electrostatic Disruptor, or upgraded. White Pip weapon. This may need to be changed again, because I think this +2 attack might be a little too strong. I don't know. I still like it. It did okay. So when the equipped character defends, you may move 1 damage from the equipped character on another character you control, but not enough to KO it. Where have we heard that before? So you can move 1. While it is on a Mirage, you may move up to 2 damage, but not enough to KO it. So I still played it as the +2, and it's really nice. Again, you're not healing anybody per se. You're helping Mirage as the traitor, and moving his damage from him to another one of your own characters. And actually I had a Mirage. Oh, where'd my characters go? And then I also had Autobot Swoop. So I was moving damage from Mirage to Swoop, flip Swoop, and hit an enemy by 1. It was wonderful. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even think of that ahead of time. And I'm like, that is really cool. And I think I had this differently. But I was thinking about changing this to +1. I might change this to +1. But other than that, it's okay. Up next, let's look at Junkion Shield. Junkion Shield is Autobots only. It looks about the same, but when I was testing this, I forgot to scrap it, because if you look at it, while this is on a melee character and it defends against a ranged character, do 2 damage to the attacker, then scrap this card. So it is an armor. not a weapon. White and orange. It does have the Junkion for the white, so only Junkions can get the double flip off of this. I think this is a really clever card. But I think when I did that, I forgot to scrap it. And that actually did trigger a few times. And then I realized this seems strong. And that was because I forgot to scrap the card the first time I did it. So even still, I think this might be a little better. So while this is on a melee character, so it has to be on a melee Autobot. No, he's specialist. Well, you know what I mean. And it defends against a ranged character. Do 1 damage to the attacker, then scrap the card. So you're going to have to throw it just like it shows on here, because I was actually following the image on the screenshot. So you're throwing it to do 1 damage. Originally I had it doing 2 because it was kind of specific, being on melee, defending against a ranged, and the 2 damage did seem a little steep. So I changed it to 1, and you're still going to have to scrap it. So I think that's a little better. And it keeps it uncommon and not from being a rare. So, you know, what do you think? And going back to an older card is Cosmic Rust. This really hasn't changed. I'm just happened to go over it, looking at it, because of Floating Throne, which is in both decks. Maybe I should have dealt with that a little better. Do 1 damage to an enemy character. Do 1 more damage if it has the leader trait. Yeah, really nice. Again, more non-attack damage coming from a blue pip card. And of course, Red Rust is special. It is not blue pip, but there's that. So yeah, if your opponent is playing around with my Floating Throne, they got characters that are leaders. You can play Cosmic Rust, do 2 damage to them because they have the leader trait, because they're wearing the Floating Throne. Alien Tech, I still like. I need to print some more of these out. When you choose your chosen melee character attacks, you may do 1 damage to the attacking character. It gets +2 to attack until end of turn. You may play another Alien Tech. So you can have up to 3 in your deck as max for any of the same name card. So yeah, if you do, you have, and it has the green, and it's got the blue pip with the melee on it. So only melee characters are going to be able to get the defense off of this on the flip. But it's great for adding +6 attack. If you're able to play boom, 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 3 of them in a row, but you're having to damage your own character by 3. And you have to damage the chosen melee character. You may do 1 damage to your attacking character. That's the rub. So yeah, you can add +6 attack to an Optimus on his side with 7 attack, but you're going to be doing 3 damage to him. Okay, so I kind of like that. It is interesting. Chain Whip, I've got to change. This is people on Facebook were saying when I showed this probably over a year and a half ago, like, that's too strong. Yeah, I think I get it now. Pierce 1, black on black, Junkions get the double black. When you put this on a melee character, you may tap an untapped enemy. I might change that to a certain star mount, and instead of having 2 to attack, it's going to be attack of 1, pierce 1. And I'm going to I got to fix chain whip here. I like the idea, but yeah, we need to update that text. Last, well, wait a minute. Let's look at. No, I'm running out of room on my camera too. Let's last look at the Mobile Spark casing. What we have here is a hybrid orange-black utility with +1 to defense. Play this only to replace a utility on a character that has no empty utility slots. So no, I did not make this an artifact, even though that is what the Master Sword acts like. That's where I got my idea for artifacts. But no, I don't think this is strong enough to be, or quote unquote, an artifact per se. So that's how it's going to get into play. So you're going to have a utility already on your character to be able to swap it out and put on the mobile spark casing. Okay. So what does it do, Grillenheimer? When the equipped character battles a character of the same faction, do 1 damage to the attacker or defender before flipping for battle. So again, it's being able to get a more non-attack damage to your opponent, whether you're attacking or defending, and it happens before the battle. If they're hanging on to 1 health, then the battle is not going to happen because you just knocked them out with the mobile spark casing. So it's just that simple. It is a rare because it just felt a little strong because it's not just attack only or defend only. It's battling, whether the equipped character is attacking or defending. It's got great abilities for aggressive decks, while at the same time giving defense from the utility side as an upgrade. So, has anyone made anything like this? Do y'all like this at all or not? So, Plasma Bath. I actually got to play. I wanted to make a deck really centered on a lot of my counter stuff. Didn't happen. But I did have this thrown in there. So these are the 2 I had in the deck, which put this on leaders only. So it's a utility. If you remember, if I can find it super quick, I think I saw it in the middle of this deck. And I never got to play. Yeah, I think I did get to use Ultimate Power once. Because there's only one card, because it's a 2-star card. Multi-missile pod, crystals of power. I don't see a floating throne, but anyway, the floating throne is an armor. Okay, it's not a utility; it's an armor. And I took the defense off because I'm thinking, I think this is a little too strong. I don't think that's it. I think it's perfectly fine. I know I need to stop being wishy-washy and say, okay, here's the card. This is it. Try it. But after finally trying to play around and playing some mock games and playing a lot of my own made cards here, I think the floating throne is fine with the +1 defense because, you're going to enable Pierce. Here it is. Yeah, and even this one still has the +1 defense on it. It doesn't need to be a faction. But, armor tough 1 +1 defense. When it's on Megatron, each of your other characters on your team has focus 1. While this is on any character, it now has the leader trait. So you're changing your characters to a leader. So like I did on that other game, or even what I had on Facebook, I had this on a hot rod. I didn't have any leaders on my team, or he got knocked out. I can't remember which. And so I had the Matrix on him. So boom, he's a leader now with the Matrix, and he's able to give the other characters +1 to attack and Pierce 1, which is not much, but still, it was a nice it was a nice way of incorporating that. So yeah, this is a Plasma Bath as a utility. It is factionless. Put it on leaders only. So if you have the floating throne on the character, boom, yes, now you can put Plasma Bath on that character as well. After the equipped character defends, put a counter on this for each black pip your opponent flipped for battle. So I don't know. I'll just grab the first character I see over here. So, boom, you have somebody. So, Spinster is now a leader. And now I can put on Plasma Bath. He's defending. Let's say, let's put these on top, shall we? Here's a white card. And let's say the attacker is flipping 1, 2 white pip. We call that black. I'm attacking, so I have 3 pierce. That's not much plus whatever his total that the character's total attack is. Well, then that in turn, the plasma bath is going to go, oh, they flipped 3 black cards. Okay, let's put our counters on plasma bath. Where'd my extra one go that I was just looking at? Did I just put it in this deck over here by accident? Yeah, I sure did. Here it is. When the equipped character attacks, it has Pierce 1 for each counter on it. Then scrap this card after battle. So, yeah, it's going to get scrapped. You're going to be able to use it to absorb their black pips to add Pierce. Then, in turn, when the character attacks, then, yeah, this adds to extra Pierce. Pierce cannot be more than your attack, of course. And then boom, it gets scrapped. Okay, it's that easy. You come out of the plasma bath, you have to draw it again. It's not green. You can't get it on the flip. It is going to drop your defense down by 1. So this pretty much cancels it out. His defense is only 1. Okay, so there is that. It's going to hurt you, but help you, and then it gets scrapped after the attack. So I thought that was a really cool way of doing this. I made this during my de-counter stuff. It's just counter now, if you remember. So that's all I have time for. Let's look at indigestion. Indigestion blank. When an enemy character is at least repaired by 1, do 2 damage to the repaired character. But Grillenheimer, what about Optimus Prime? The 10-star, when you flip him to alt mode, repair all your characters by 1. When an enemy character is at least repaired by 1, do 2 damage to the repaired character. I think the way I have this worded is that when you repair the first character, and it's basically, in a sense, it's going to cancel out their repair, and they're going to be hit by 1. Because if they repair themselves, let's say they were at 3. They repair themselves by 1 because, from 3 to 2, because Optimus flipped to alt mode. Indigestion gets revealed. Do 2 damage to the repaired character. So now it's going from 2 to 4. So basically, their damage went from 3 to 4. It was just really technically increased by 1. But then that gets scrapped. It doesn't happen for all the other characters. Okay? It go to an enemy. At least 1. And then you do that 1, it gets scrapped. The other characters are get repaired, and they're not hit extra. Okay? So once you do that the first time, it gets scrapped. That's it. And with that, that's it. That's all I have time for as well for myself. So we'll see you next time. If you like this stuff, I'm really finally just getting to just sit down and play some mock games. It's just been really fun mixing this in with some just fun decks. And it's been fun playing it. It's been fun coming back to the game because I haven't really just sat and made myself look like a fool in front of my family as I play a 2-player game by myself. It's so lonely. And we'll see you next time. Throw scraplets at that like. I don't have any scraplets down here. Throw scraplets at the like button. We'll see you next time. And as always, Autobots, flip out and let's roll for it.